Debugging requests are done via three functions in Pilot script: debug message error, and debug break. During normal running of a protocol, these functions have no effect. They're only invoked when you are running a protocol in debug mode. In this protocol, we've added each of these functions to the custom manipulator component. The debug message function takes a string as a parameter and outputs that string to the debug messages window. The debug message error function will output a string in the debug messages window, marking it as an error in red. We've used these functions in an if statement to display a regular message when the property legs is greater than 0 and an error message when it's not. To pause a protocol, use the debug break function. When called, this function opens a dialog box with a user-defined string. Processing continues when you click the resume button. We've used this function to pause the protocol when the property animal name is equal to bear. The return of debug functions displays in the debug messages window. Messages returned from the debug message function are displayed in black, and messages returned from the debug message error function are displayed in red. If no components are selected, this window will display all the debug messages for the entire protocol. You can access this window from the View menu. To run a protocol with debugging output, you can hold down the Shift key while clicking the Run Protocol button on the standard toolbar, or you can go to the Tools menu and choose Run Protocol with Debugging. The debug break function caused the protocol to pause. The protocol continued to run and shows its output. The Debug Messages window displays the messages as we specified. One of the more powerful features of the debug message functions is that you are not limited to using them in components that use Pilot script expressions. The Debug Parameters pane allows you to add debug statements to any component. Let's add a debug message function to the delimited text reader. You can have the statement execute against the output of the pass port or the fail port. We'll have a regular message appear that lists the animal name property value for each data record. This time, we'll hold down the Shift key while clicking the Run Protocol button to run the protocol in debugging mode. A message appears for each data record in the Debug Messages window.